It is Monday, December 16th. Here's what we're working on this morning. Mail is going to be moving again tomorrow. Canada Post resumes operations after the union was ordered back to work.
Hamilton police are investigating a homicide that took place at an East End bar.
And we'll tell you the all-star Canadian lineup for CHCH's New Year's Eve special. Good morning. Today is pretty special for us because this guy is back.
Brian is back. Morning. Oh, it is so nice to be back.
We have missed you.
Yeah, oh, well, thank you very much. It is nice to be up and around again and feeling normal, sort of again.
Yeah,
Good.
Doing okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
doing okay. A little surgery every now and then will throw you on your back for a bit, but you know, get up and you get going again, and still a little ouchy every now and then, but we're coming along.
How long has it been? Has it been over it was a couple weeks, wasn't it? Like over
more than
2
that.
weeks?
2.5 weeks.
Was it 2.5 weeks? Oh,
Yeah,
my
it'll be 3
goodness.
weeks on Wednesday. I had the surgery, so
Okay.
yeah, we're getting there.
Well, listen, fantastic to have you back. Everybody's been asking how you're doing, so we appreciate you being back.
Thank
and,
you. Yes.
Coming off a weekend, we had a little freezing rain at our place yesterday.
Yeah.
And a
Did you get
little
that?
snow falling as well afterwards.
Yeah. Weird one.
Yeah, and the snow came down, at least in our place, fairly heavily last night. It was white. It was, oh, here comes a white Christmas. But then whoosh, what happened? The temperature went up throughout the overnight hours, and it's pretty well gone now. But you've got to be careful of could be some slippery roads this morning because the temperature is, as I said, just above the freezing mark. Actually, we're sitting at 3 degrees right now. So for this time of the year, that's a mild start to the day, and we're going to climb to 6 degrees later on today. However, we're not going to see a lot of sun. Tomorrow we could see some sun, but today it looks like it's going to be fairly cloudy, drizzle like we're getting right now this morning, and then it'll be rain later on this afternoon settling in. But yeah, windy and mild for the day today. As I said, we're 3 right now. Checking traffic this morning, 403 Waterdown Road. That's our camera. That looks fairly good. I mean, it is busy coming out of Hamilton toward Brant Street, but that's just normal for this time of the morning. Let's check some MTO traffic cameras. Here's the Garden City Skyway. That's the west camera. That's doing okay at the moment. Nothing here at Millen Road, Stony Creek. We'll flip ahead. We still have construction. As you can see, this is a QEW at Fairview, so Niagara-bound lanes heading away from us. It looks like they're backing up now, picking up the pylons on the road, so that'll be opening up pretty soon. All right, nothing else going on in traffic at the moment. We'll give you the details, both weather and traffic coming up right now, the news.
Okay, thanks very much, Brian. Well, mail is expected to start moving again tomorrow. The Canada Industrial Relations Board has ordered striking Canada Post workers back to work. Simone Gavros joins us now from outside a Canada Post processing plant in Stony Creek with more. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Annette. And you can still see that workers are still on the picket line as of today. But as you mentioned, workers are going to be going back to work tomorrow after they walked off the job a month ago, and that paused all mail service across the country. But Canada Post said yesterday night that operations are expected to resume as of 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. Now, this morning I did reach out to the local union president for comment today, and I was told to reach out to the national offices for comment. So we're still waiting to hear back from them. Now, the news did come out around 11:45 last night, so it'll likely take some time today for things to become fully operational again by tomorrow. Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon called on the Canada Industrial Relations Board to step in on Friday after the strike reached a, quote, critical point. Canada Post says the board held 2 days of hearings on the weekend and determined that the two parties were in fact at an impasse. Now, the existing collective agreement will be extended until May 22nd. In the meantime, the Crown Corporation has agreed to implement a 5% wage increase retroactive to the day after the contract expired almost a year ago. Following the government intervention on Friday, CUPW said, quote, "We denounce in the strongest terms this assault on our constitutionally protected right to free and fair collective bargain and our right to strike." And the Canadian Federation of Independent Business says that this resuming operations here does not come in time for the holiday season, so a lot of those packages are still going to remain in limbo for the time being as they work to resume everything back to normal. But we reached out to them as well as Canada Post this morning for more comment. For now, something's back over to you, Tim.
All right, thanks, Simone. There has been a deadly attack inside a bar in East Hamilton. A 34-year-old man was stabbed as he was leaving Pedal's Tavern. This is near on Barton, near Kenilworth Avenue. It happened just before 2 a.m. yesterday morning.
Shah Ghaffori, a 34-year-old man from the Hamilton area, was taken to hospital where he later succumbed to his injuries. Pierce Herod, a 28-year-old man from the St. Catharines area, has been arrested at the scene and charged with second-degree murder. At this time, it appears the victim and suspect were not known to each other, and the attack was unprovoked.
So the attack took place inside the bar's front doors as the victim was stepping outside. This past summer, there was a shooting in the same parking lot.
Hamilton police are going over surveillance video after the disappearance of a 40-year-old woman. Shalini Singh last spoke to her family on the phone December 4th. It's believed she was at her central Hamilton apartment where she lives with her boyfriend. Police tell CHCH News she was initially reported missing with her boyfriend. He's since been located. They say that plus her sudden lack of contact is what triggered the homicide unit to get involved in her disappearance. Forensics exams are being done on their apartment and vehicles. Police say they're investigating with the hopes that Singh is still alive.
To Ottawa, on the list of Trudeau cabinet ministers exiting federal politics appears to be growing. A senior government official says Housing Minister and Nova Scotia MP Sean Fraser will not be running in the next federal election. The official, who was not authorized to discuss the matter publicly, said Fraser is not seeking re-election for family reasons. Fraser is expected to address this decision to not seek re-election today, the same day Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will chair a cabinet meeting.
And while that's going on, Premier Doug Ford is hosting the country's premiers in Toronto today. They're going to be talking energy security, healthcare, and Canada-U.S. relations. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump is threatening to impose a 25% import tariff on goods coming from Canada and Mexico when he takes office. Ford has come out strongly in favor of retaliatory tariffs and has threatened to, in turn, cut off the electricity that Ontario supplies to several states. Now, the premiers have had virtual meetings with the Prime Minister to talk about Trump's tariff threats, press him for more funding on border security, and plan a coordinated response. The County of Brant's mayor says he is unequivocally opposed to the amalgamation with the city of Brantford. Brantford Mayor Kevin Davis announced last week that he will use strong mayor powers to commission a study of the financial benefits of amalgamation. Now, the city and county already share services like paramedics and a healthcare system. County of Brant Mayor David Bailey provided a statement to CHCH saying, in part, "I am tired of the continual attempts by Mayor Davis to bully the county into bending to his will. Because we have refused a request to give them something does not mean they can just come along and take it." Now, Mayor Kevin Davis says the study is about becoming better informed.
We're not beginning a process of amalgamation. What it is the city better informing itself if this is an option that we should pursue. And as I said, it may, in fact, the information we get from an independent, qualified expert may tell us, no, there's a better way of doing it. And also it also helps inform us at the city when we deal with the province, because the only way amalgamation happens is because the province decides that it's a good thing to do.
Now, if the study to amalgamate is approved, it's expected it would take about 6 months to finish.
Sportsline and Buffalo front and center in the sports world yesterday with two of their teams that could not be any different. You have the Bills vying for a top spot in the NFL. Then you have the Sabres trying to avoid the basement in the NHL and a 10th straight loss when they arrived at the bank in Toronto.
Levi the save. And the rebound picked up by Canada. Drops it back to Mars. Shoots, scores! John Tavares again! And the Leafs have grabbed the lead.
It was a good start for Buff, going out in front 2-0 and then 3-1, but back came the Leafers and John Tavares, who took over in the second. Back-to-back goals. He would score just a minute apart. Buds would actually score 3 times in just over 3 minutes to take a 4-3 lead. It was the same score in the third when Tavares would complete his 14th hat-trick and second of the season to give the Leafs a 5-3 win, and the Sabres, they fall again. A 10th straight loss, the longest drought in the league this season. Not that anybody was really watching this game anyways because they had their eyes on something else in Buffalo.
2nd and 4, staying on the ground to Cook. Nice cut. Cook taken off. He actually almost got stopped, but he's going home for the touchdown.
Yeah, they were watching the game of the year in the NFL. Two of the best in the Bills and Lions facing off in Detroit, where James Cook could not be stopped, although they tried to bring him down by his hair.
Oh, don't do that.
He ran for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen securing his MVP season with 2 more passing touchdowns, 2 more running, and the Bills scored over 40 points again. Detroit making weird decisions, too, including going for an onside kick early in the 4th quarter that would lead to this Bills touchdown. Give Detroit credit. They made it a game. But their 11-game winning streak is over. 48-42 is the final. Bills move to 11-3. They host New England Sunday at Orchard Park. And they're trying to keep pace with Kansas City for top spot in the AFC and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Started the day 2 games behind them. Finished the day 2 games behind them. As the Chiefs move to 13-1 with a 21-7 win in Cleveland. But all is not hunky-dory, as their star QB, Patrick Mahomes, would injure his ankle in the 4th quarter after being taken down. X-rays are negative. He should be fine. But the Chiefs, they do have a tough schedule coming up, including facing Houston on Saturday. All right, let's go to the ice in Brantford, where it was teddy bear toss time. The Bulldogs were hosting Kingston. Jake O'Brien, he'd be the teddy bear hero, easy for me to say. Scoring in the first to bring down the Bears of all sorts, which are donated to local charities. Game was stopped for a bit of a cleanup and posed down with the Bears. This one not close. Special moment in the 3rd, actually, when Daniel Chen scored his first ever OHL goal. It's his first goal in his 68th game. Lots of fun being had as the Bulldogs, they win it 10-1. How about those Niagara Ice Dogs? They're kings of the North after completing a perfect weekend in Northern Ontario, capped by beating the Sudbury Wolves on Sunday 6-3. Big game for Ethan Zada. Had a hat trick, 2 assists, 17-year-old, 13 points in his last 5 games. So this follows wins over North Bay and the Sioux to sweep the North for the first time in franchise history. Ice Dogs have pulled into a tie with the Colts, and they play Barrie Thursday. We want to finish in Vegas, though, where on Saturday night, Hamilton Shea Gilgeous-Alexander led his OKC Thunder into the NBA Cup final after beating Houston in the semis. So after a slow start, SGA brought the goods in the second half, finished with 32 points. He scored at least 30 or more in half of OKC's games this year. So the Thunder will now face the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and his Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Cup final tomorrow from Sin City.
Here we go. Almost 13 minutes after 6 o'clock on this Monday morning here. 16th of December already. Whew. Okay, let's get you into traffic here this morning. Looks good, 403 Waterdown Road. Actually looks better right now than it did at 6 o'clock, so things are easing off there a little bit. Let's go to some MTO traffic cameras. Garden City Skyway still looks good. That's the east camera. Nothing to see right there. Nikola Tesla Boulevard. We did have a disabled vehicle in that area, but it's now gone, so things are moving all right. Fairview Street, they've cleaned up all the pylons. Construction's come to an end, so things are moving better through there at the moment. Nothing at the Ford plant. And not a lot going on for 27 Gardner QEW combination. Looking good. Temperature at the moment, we are way above seasonal to start our morning this time of year. We are on the plus side. I mean, a seasonal daytime high isn't even on the plus side. So let's take that. 3 degrees right now, light southeast wind, very high relative humidity at 100%, of course, and we do have some light drizzle at the moment. So for school today, we're going to climb to 6 degrees. So that's a mild day for this time of year. Bit of a wind, though, south 30 gusting to 50 kilometers an hour, but we're going to get that drizzle this morning, and then the rain will settle in later on. We have that southerly flow, and that's what pushed our temperature up. We sat generally around 0 yesterday, but we climbed to 3 degrees overnight, and so that southerly flow, as you can see with the arrows, then we have the warm front with the rain later on, and then a trailing cold front is going to dip our temperatures during the day tomorrow. But today, look, 9 degrees for Niagara, even a little bit of sunshine. Okay, 6, 7, and 8 for the rest of the horseshoe, but the clouds will be with us, the drizzle, and then into rain later on. Tonight, we stay mild, 0 for Guelph and Kitchener, but anywhere else, 1, 2, and 3 degrees, but there will be some showers overnight, slim chance, but still there. And then tomorrow, once again, chance of showers, but just a little bit of sunshine. It'll be a mainly cloudy day, but but temperature tomorrow will be cooler, anywhere from 3 to 4, but 0 for Guelph and Kitchener. They could get a little bit of flurry activity. So out the door, 16th of December. It is cloudy. We do have some light drizzle. Temperature right now is sitting at 3. Look long range coming up. Annette, Tim.
Okay, right after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily Vukovic. She's got a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat. And in business news, the federal government's fall economic statement coming out in just a few hours. It's a little after 6:17 on your Monday morning. We're going to say good morning to Emily.
Hi, good morning. Well, we can now officially announce our lineup of musical acts for CHCH New Year Special, and they are so good, you guys. So good.
It's going to be rocking over there.
Yeah.
We'll be like, keep it down over there.
Like right over on the other side of this wall.
We're trying to do a morning show. Go to bed. Yeah. Jamie Foxx, well, he just can't get a break as he had to get stitches over the weekend. And Malcolm in the Middle, Revival, is finally coming to Disney+.
Okay, we'll see you at that big red couch in a
One
little
more
bit.
thing.
Oh.
Yes.
I am horrible at video games on my phone.
Okay.
Squid Game has released a video game, and I'm trying to get video of it, so I'm like, oh, I know, I'll play the game. I'm horrible. I am dying at red light, green light, and within 2 seconds.
And with Squid Game, you got to be careful
Really
that
careful.
you're not really dying.
In real life, no.
Yes.
But we're going to discuss that too.
Okay. Already taking a look at the business figures, the Canadian dollar is up just by 1 basis point to 70.28 cents US. Gold is down 60 cents. Crude oil is down 73 cents to $70.56 a barrel. In midday trading in Europe, markets are down in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
Off to Asia we go. Markets were down in Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. North American markets wrapping up the trading week last week. TSX, they were down 136. Dow Jones was down 86. Slight gains for the NASDAQ. Let's see how they do. And, kick off a new trading week on this Monday, December the 16th.
Federal government set to release its fall economic statement today. Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland has already given a bit of a preview. She said it will include tax reforms of a program to encourage businesses to do research and development in Canada. The government estimates those changes will amount to about $26 billion in tax incentives for Canadian businesses. A statement is also expected to show a larger than promised deficit and offer details on how the federal government is going to tackle threatened tariffs by U.S. President-elect Donald Trump.
Niagara Region's 2025 budget, that has been finalized. Residents will see a 9.6% increase on the regional portion of their property tax bill next year. The $312 million budget pays for regional services and departments like Public Works and Social Services. $212 million of the budget will go to cover the cost of the Niagara Regional Police. So in a statement, the regional chair, Jim Bradley, said, and he understands the public's frustration with the increase in property taxes, but says it is imperative the region deliver on much needed services.
Okay, taking a break right now. Happy to say Brian is going to be back with your traffic and 7-day forecast.
The voice is sounding good.
Yes, you can double check, but I'm pretty sure it's Monday again. 6:23 is the time. Let's get you into traffic for QEW in St. Catharines. Here's the Garden City Skyway. That's the west camera. Not a lot to see there. We did have a disabled vehicle at Nikola Tesla Boulevard, Toronto bound, but that is now gone. So good news there. Appleby line looks good. You can see the wet roads. There's been a lot of melting. We had that little blast of some snow late in the evening yesterday, but that's now gone because the temperature went up overnight. Sheridan going through Mississauga looks good, and nothing at the 403, even though the stream is frozen there. That's the 403 at Huron, Ontario. No problems at the moment. I'll get to our temperatures. Look how mild it is to start the morning here. This is the middle of December. 3 degrees Hamilton, 4 Grimsby, Mississauga, 5 into Toronto. We talk about seasonals. They're 0 now for the daytime high and -7 for the overnight low. That's where we figure the temperature will be when you start the day. -7. That's how mild it is. Sometimes records for the day today. And yeah, it's going to be a fairly damp day. So for school, it'll be drizzle this morning and 5 degrees. Yeah. And then 7 for later on today. That after school temperature is going to be on the mild side. So temperature climbing to 6, 7 degrees depending on where where you are in the Horseshoe, but yeah, fairly damp and fairly windy as well. But it'll be a south wind, and that's what's going to push that temperature up. Tonight we fall to 2, tomorrow cooler at 3, still chance of showers. 4 degrees, chance of some flurries early in the day on Wednesday. Some sun comes back, but it gets chillier. -3 on Thursday, Friday -1. Winter arrives early in the morning on Saturday. Yep, here it comes, -5 and then -4 for Sunday. That's your forecast. Annette, Tim.
Okay. And here's a winter activity you don't want to get caught doing.
This is pretty topical with A Christmas Story
Yes.
at Theatre Aquarius and being very, very popular. We have to go down under, though, because an Australian man found himself in a sticky situation after licking a giant ice sculpture.
Yeah, this seems straight out of A Christmas Story, or maybe Dumb and Dumber. Happened at a mall in Sydney where the ice sculpture was part of a promotion for an energy drink. People on social media are being less than sympathetic to this guy, though. One person said he's got the Dumb and Dumber haircut and everything.
Yeah, might be doing this on purpose.
Yeah, some speculated whether this was a tongue-in-cheek accident or maybe a tongue-on-pole PR stunt. The video shows somebody trying to help free him with some water. Apparently the thing to do if you're ever in this situation is to put a warm liquid, not hot, but a warm
Because it
liquid.
would burn your
or
tongue.
to cup your tongue with your hands.
Do they do it in the play?
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually there's a song called Sticky Situation.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome.
I feel like I'm the only one that hasn't seen the
Oh,
play.
it's so good. Yeah, everybody in the newsroom, I think, has seen it now, except you.
I'm missing out.
You
Wait,
gotta
it
go
goes
see it.
till when?
The 22nd.
So that's next Sunday. Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Theatre Aquarius always does the best
Yeah.
at that Christmas show.
This one
so.
is really, really good.
Yeah, you've seen it too, Brian, haven't you? Yes. Yeah, Brian's seen it. Okay.
He was there opening night.
Really? Wow.
He was.
Yeah, Brian is back. We're happy to have him back on this Monday morning. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Let's get you started with a brand new week. We're closer and closer to that special time of the year. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
I guess it's time for me to come on home.